a content creator, we all want the chance to go full-time. And that's mainly gonna come by the way of brand deals, sponsorships, and endorsements. The flip side of that is you never wanna jeopardize your credibility with your audience. And this has been on my mind really heavy since the release of Mortal Kombat 1 because it's some very questionable things happening. And I've been very vocal about saying that I want an official relationship with NRS and the Mortal Kombat franchise. So it sucks when I have to make videos like these because it kind of jeopardizes that opportunity, but I have to be honest. So let's be honest. I think the cat's out the bag and we all know it by now that we bought an incomplete game. And that didn't necessarily bother me because on day one, the game was so fun, I didn't really care and I had optimism about, okay, let's see what the DLC is gonna be. Let's see what the balance patches are gonna be. Let's see what the variety of characters are going to be. Let's see what the combat packs will be after Combat Pack 1, which does look pretty good and Omni-Man is pretty fun as far as his first week of being out, right? So I wasn't upset about that. I felt that we were going in the right direction. However, it's been about, we're closing on the 60+ day mark, maybe a little bit longer, maybe like somewhere in that ballpark. And it seems that with every single update, it's getting worse. And I don't necessarily mean the game. To some extent, I mean the game, but I'm just talking about the overall release of Mortal Kombat 1. It's getting worse. Here are reasons why. So let's start off with the balance patch. ECT happens, East Coast Throwdown concludes, Sonic wins, and then Cyrax gets the Death Hammer. 22-second cooldown on his horizontal assist. Now, I never played Cyrax, so I'm not biased to this. I'm just speaking to the creativity of the game. If you start taking things away at week 6, what are you gonna take away at month 6, right? So I'd rather have other characters come up and everybody be broken or at least be fun to the point that you wanna select other characters and don't feel like you have to play Cyrax in tournament. Kung Lao barely gets touched. I don't really care about that because as I said, I want all cameos to be fun. So when you pretty much give Cyrax the Death Hammer, you're given the inclination that you'll solve things by making things worse and more vanilla. That's a bad sign. The second layer of that for me is that it takes time to implement a patch. So that means that you guys decided this and had this pretty much coming before the conclusion of ECT. And granted, Cyrax was very heavy, but that was like a very, I don't want to say it was a knee-jerk reaction because it was going to be implemented previously to that anyway, but it's like, it's just an over-the-top reaction. And that's assuming that you didn't have it a different way and then changed it after seeing how he was represented in ECT. So that's the first thing, is that the game was really, really fun on launch day. You showed us a bad sign on week 6. So it's like, where does this go month 6? Where does this go in a year? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're already taking things away when player expression was the marketing point. So that's my first gripe. Gripe number 2. Now, as I said earlier, we know we received the unfinished game. Mortal Kombat 11 had a lot of features that we enjoyed as far as being able to connect and play. And for some reason, Mortal Kombat 1 launched without those features. Let's take a look at this tweet from Ed Boon. This was on November the 8th when I shared this, so it was around that ballpark he shared it, and I think it got implemented like 2 to 3 days later, maybe even sooner, I can't remember. But the tweet says, "We are working on additional online features for Mortal Kombat 1. Can't announce any dates or specifics at the moment. Which feature would you like to see the most first? We have crossplay that comes in at 76%, ping filter and Wi-Fi filter at 6% and 10%, and then rank play switch to 2 from 3 at 8%. So this is my thing. If Mortal Kombat 11 had these things already, why don't we have these at launch? Why was the game rushed? Why was it incomplete? Crossplay in 2023? Have you guys played Street Fighter 6 online? Street Fighter 6, I'm not even a Street Fighter 6 player per se, but I highly got into that game because you know why? I could play with my friends anywhere. I could play with my friends on PC. I could play with my friends on PlayStation. I could play with my friends in a different country and the online execution was flawless. For some reason, Mortal Kombat 1 doesn't have that when that was one of the main staples in MK11, especially when they added crossplay. So again, why are we making votes and polls on something that we should already have at launch? And then the real kicker is, a lot of people love First to 3. Of course, some people didn't. I don't want to discredit you guys and say I don't receive wanting First to 2, but the main complaint about First to 2 was that people wanted to play First to 2 to get out of bad connections faster. So in my opinion, solve the connectivity issues because we shouldn't have them in the first place. That's where ping filter and Wi-Fi filter comes into play. With a cameo-based game that has assist, how do you make the rank sets First to 2 when you need time to adjust? And it was super godly and hyped to come back from being down 2-0, which I did multiple times on stream. So you take that away, and then you have 35 to 45% combos, sets are over like that. You can get gimmicked out of a win before you even figure out what's going on. I remember when Omni-Man dropped, I fought 2 Omni-Mans with Liu Kang and the set was over like that. And when I was starting to catch on, I pretty much got scrubbed out. Where if it's first to 3, I get a chance to adjust. And a lot of people like that. And I hope that the KO numbers represent that right now and that gets a chance to change back. But based on how the communication has been so far, I don't even know if I see it happening, even when it seems like it would be a great idea, but the communication has been terrible. Which leads me to my third gripe. And now for the last gripe and the biggest gripe, one that I'm sure the entire community feels, and I'm sure a lot of you guys in this channel can comment in the comments that this is what's going on. Communication has been awful, and I would also say it's been misleading. Now, leading up to launch, we kept hearing that playing the game, you could unlock anything. By playing the game, you will unlock anything. No matter what mode you were playing, you could be playing story mode, you could be playing online casual, you could be playing combat league, towers, or invasions. No matter what you played, you got to unlock things. Well, that doesn't seem to hold true. One of the biggest things is that when you play against your friends, you don't receive any character XP, no profile XP, or no cameo XP. I'm not even sure if you receive coins or not, but who cares, because I've already named 3 out of 4 characters, 3 out of 4 categories you don't receive anything for. And then we have this whole dragon crystal thing. So let's take a look at this. Let's slide this over. Dragon crystals, 500 dragon crystals for $5. So essentially, 100 dragon crystals is $1. This is a big issue because of this. Let's go to the premium item store. Daily Alliance Sub-Zero, 1,000 dragon crystals. That means this skin from Daily Alliance is 10 fucking real life dollars. Same thing with Omni-Man, 10 in real life dollars. I bought this a while ago, probably because I had extra dragon crystals. I don't even know what it costs. Let's go into the actual rotating store. Katana skin, that's $6. Johnny glasses, $3. Melina Sai, $3. Natara skin, $10. Havoc skin, $6. A mask for Reptile, $3. Do you see what I mean by this? Seasonal finishers. This is the kicker. Now think about this. I bought the game, I bought the premium edition, so that's $110 because I play all my games digital. I didn't get the collector's edition because I didn't care about the statue. Seasonal finishers, 12 US fucking dollars for a fatality. And then the crazy thing is, this is a Thanksgiving version. There was a version for Halloween that cost $12 as well. I wouldn't be surprised if there was one for Christmas. This is Halloween, this is Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure they're gonna put a Christmas one on here. So Sindel, for her voice commentary, $10 fucking dollars. Easy fatality tokens cost $1. So it's like, at what point does it become obvious they're trying to gouge us for every single dollar? Because this goes against the marketing to start. If the marketing was true, all of this would be unlockable by playing the game. Maybe you need some type of, what's the other currency that they have here? What's that other currency called? Let's go to the seasonal items. The seasonal items, this currency is called, let me just look at it again. Whatever this currency is called, I have 847. I forgot what this is called. It's like seasonal currency or something like that. This is what should be able to unlock everything. Instead, everything seems to be a money grab, and this has become very clear. So when you talk about communication, this is the worst communication by far. And let's check this out in the replies when they try to advertise this on Twitter. Let's take a look. Look at the replies on this. The seasonal finishers bundle is now available in the premium store for 1,200 dragon crystals. Remember, that's 12 US dollars, including Halloween, Thanksgiving, and the upcoming winter fatality. If you already own Halloween, you'll receive Thanksgiving now and winter when it launches at no additional cost. For a fatality. And you can't even equip them all at the same time. For a fatality. Let's look at the comments. You got Losty right here. No, I'm good. One of the most influential creators in the Mortal Kombat community, as far as being a woman creator. One of the biggest ones there is Losty right there. 300,000 plus subs. Let's see. Can't even equip them all at once. These should be free to begin with. No premium game worth $70 should have a store filled with microtransactions. This isn't a free-to-play battle royale. It's Mortal Kombat. No thanks. How about not charging for fatalities? So what about if we own the premium edition of Mortal Kombat 1? Shouldn't this be free? I own the premium edition, so I feel feel this way. I mean, we did pay $100 for the game. Also, it would be cool if part of the proceeds from us buying these things went to the pro players in the tournaments, which it doesn't, because if you saw the payouts for the pro player tournaments at ECT, low as hell. Some people didn't even make their money back for the trip that actually placed and got paid. I believe Rewind was being one of them. I think he mentioned that, where he got like, I can't remember the number, so I don't want to missay it, and I'm not finna search for his tweet, but I believe that it was like something in the hundreds, because I remember he said that's barely enough to cover my flight cost and my Uber just to get to the actual venue, right? So this money's not even going anywhere except in their pockets. And this is kind of like a really big deal. Let's look at some more of the replies. Give me a chance to earn more dragon crystals through gameplay or lower the prices a bit. See, he's in that situation I was in, right? Where it's like, you want to try to justify it because you love the franchise, but in reality, there's no justification for this shit, bro. There's no justification for this shit. You're gouging money. If I gave you $110 to play something, why can't it all be unlockable, especially like it was in MK11? Remember when Thanksgiving came around and you had the Kano card for his holiday stuff? I think Kano had like a Valentine's Day one. It was a lot of different stuff you could unlock. There were holiday seasonal towers. This stuff was all play to unlock. Now it's just purchase it. Let's look at this. Look at this. It's truly unacceptable. $10 for this one skin and 6 pallets. Like, yeah, we loved Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, but nobody wants to pay $10. If you were gonna charge for this, then like you find a way to do it with seasonal currency. You don't charge real money for playing on our nostalgia to get this. Like, why is this worth $10? It's just a skin in different colors. Like, it's a legit money grab. So when you say that this is supposed to be the best Mortal Kombat 1, it's starting to feel like, damn. I'm not gonna say that Mortal Kombat 11 was better because the gameplay saved this game. The gameplay is gonna still save this game, and I'm not saying this like I'm not gonna play it. My frustration is, what's going on with the communication and the money gouging? Because it's very clear they're trying to bleed us for every fucking dime that we have. And I don't know if that's because the game was incomplete, so they're trying to recoup something. I don't know if it's because it's the big first launch on next gen. I don't really know what the reason is, because I don't have inside relationships like maybe a Maximilian who could provide more insight. But as a smaller creator who's trying to get my shit popping, you feel conflicted when it comes to these type of videos, because I'm always gonna tell the truth, but it's like, I don't have 1 million subs that love Mortal Kombat yet. I'd like to grow my channel and get an official relationship, but I'm gonna call you guys to the carpet when you do bullshit. And this is pure bullshit. Like, you're charging 10 fucking US dollars for a voice commentary. After advertising that everything would be unlockable by playing. So it's bad enough that you're charging it, but it's combined with the fact that you already said that in marketing, when you guys were launching the game, you could unlock everything by playing it. I could play this game for 10,000 hours. I'm never gonna get that skin if I don't give you guys my money. Why is that okay? So it's like, I do love Mortal Kombat 1. I hope that somehow the communication gets fixed, but it's like, how do we look towards that when we've already seen this? It's been about 60 plus days. We're not at the 90-day mark yet. We're not at 3 months out. But I mean, as we progress along, if this has been the sign starting off, what's gonna be the signs on the back end? We're nerfing characters that are fun. We're constantly asking for money. We don't have all the features that we had for Mortal Kombat 11. It's like you legitimately went backwards. And then let me see if I can find this tweet right quick. This is the tweet that I was looking for right here. And this is the real bullshit, because things like this they reinforce nonsense. So now we have Golden Joysticks account tweeting, "Congratulations to Mortal Kombat 1, tagging NetherRealm Studios for winning best multiplayer game." How is that possible? Let's go check out a look at this first reply. And you see it's got 3.1 thousand likes. So you know a lot of people feel like this. And it's probably just as many people who just scrolled past this and just read it and laughed at it and then actually liked his tweet. As a matter of fact, let me like his tweet because it's true. We have no crossplay, no filters, no lobbies, no online practice mode, no public replays, no friends list, no blacklist, no social hubs, no clubs. Player 2 combos don't work still. I think they did fix that, so I'm not gonna give them that. I think they did fix that. MTX out the ass, PC port is awful, worse netcode than MK11. So my thing is, it's like payola or politics, because there is no way that this wins the best multiplayer game over Street Fighter 6, and it's not a calendar thing because this came out in September, Street Fighter came out in June. Street Fighter 6 by far, Street Fighter 6 is the gold standard for what all online games should be like going forward when it comes to fighting games. Even how they did Tekken 8 in the beta. Tekken 8 beta had crossplay, and it played well, and it showed you if you were playing against a Wi-Fi player or a wired-in player, and you could select to not accept or not, and I think that was in rank as well. Mortal Kombat doesn't have this. Tekken 8 beta had it. The game don't even launch to January. You got Street Fighter 6, which is the gold standard for online fighting games. So it's kind of like, if all these games are next gen, how was Mortal Kombat left behind when in reality, it's probably the biggest franchise of the three, or at least the most commercially popular because of the blood and gore from when I was a child going all the way up to now. So I don't really want to kick Mortal Kombat 1's back in, but I'm always going to be honest with my audience. And I mean, when you see awards like this, knowing that we played Street Fighter 6, knowing that we played the Tekken 8 beta, this is just bullshit. And it's a very disappointing sign for the future because I'm not doing this rant video to pretty much shit on Mortal Kombat 1. As I said, I want an official relationship, but I'm always going to be honest with you guys first and foremost. When it comes to this channel, my credibility will never be in question. So my thing is, if they're aligned about this stuff now, what incentivizes them to do better going forward? And when it comes to like this payola nonsense with skins and fatalities, how do we kind of reverse this curve? Because it's very clear what their agenda is, and when nobody's holding them accountable, and the biggest creators won't hold them accountable because they're in cahoots with them, which I fully understand. I'm not saying nobody's name. I'm not trying to put nobody's feet to the fire on that end. You creators do whatever you want to do. It's your channel, it's your platform. However, if nobody's willing to be honest, how do we get a better game? Because right now, as much as I hate to say it, Mortal Kombat 1 feels like a cash grab. And I hate to say that because I really love playing it. I'm going to keep playing it. But man, bro, if we had 60 plus days in, ain't even hit 90 days, ain't even hit 3 months, where's the future of this game going? And I just don't know. I'm a bit frustrated with some of the stuff I've seen. Like, for me, it's not the biggest deal because I don't care about skins that much. I make content to do dope ass shit in my videos and have dope gameplay clips. But for the people who play from a more casual perspective and want to have fun and get excited about skins and guest characters and new fatalities and new brutalities, which we should have more of. We got 5 brutalities per character. If I'm not mistaken, that's not enough. It should be more. Mortal Kombat 11 had more. Just overall, Mortal Kombat 11 had more content. Mortal Kombat 1's more fun to play, and it feels like you win based on your skill set instead of some gimmick character like with Mortal Kombat 11 having upgraded Jackie and Slight Basketball and all that. There's not too much of this and that in this game, and even when they thought so with Cyrax, they gave him the Death Hammer, which I think sucks, but at least it feels like you're supposed to win when you're the better player. But outside of that, from a content perspective, Mortal Kombat 11 is better in every way. And I'm not saying that because I'm going to go back and play Mortal Kombat 11. I'm not saying Mortal Kombat 11 is the better game. The most important element of a fighting game is the gameplay itself. So in that capacity, Mortal Kombat 1 is better. But from the other stuff, Mortal Kombat 11 is kicking Mortal Kombat 1's ass, and it's just hard to deny it. And because that is so mind-blowing considering how long we waited for a new game, it just feels like this is a cash grab because nothing else makes sense. You guys had enough time. We had COVID, we had the pandemic. You had enough time to make a better game outside of the gameplay. The gameplay is amazing, but like, where's the other stuff? And then like, when is it going to get here? Why are we doing polls about crossplay in 2023? That should be the gold standard. If it's Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter, and that's always been the thing since I was a child, why would you let them just blow you out the fucking water when it comes to content? So I'm gonna cut this rant short because I don't want this video to be too long, but I just feel like it's gotten to a point where like we have to be honest about this, because if we as creators don't be honest about it, how does it get better? And if like we're gonna have the voices to keep this game going forward in the future, then we need to tell the truth. And I know that some of you bigger creators are in bed with Mortal Kombat as far as a franchise, so maybe you can't be as candid as you would like, but you don't have to destroy them or badmouth them. But let's kind of call out some of the really obvious things that we're seeing, even if you do it in a respectful or professional manner. I don't feel like I'm being that disrespectful, but we just need to be more honest, because you can't charge people $10 for skins, bro. You can't charge people $12 for fatalities. You can't charge people $10 for fucking voiceover commentary by a character. This stuff needs to be unlockable. That's how the gameplay goes on. And then combine that with the fact that you take away first to 3 in ranked. It's like, now playing ranked isn't even fun to get unlocks in that capacity. It's like, the game was It's a bad sign when the game is the most fun that it's ever been on day one and it's going the wrong direction since. If you guys think I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. If you agree, let me know in the comments. Hopefully this gets turned around, but right now, it's not looking good, bro. The gameplay itself is what's saving Mortal Kombat 1. Everything else outside of that, it's not that good, bro. I hate to say it, but it's just not that good. And hopefully I still get that relationship, but I'm always gonna keep it real with my audience. Till the next time, it's your boy Lou Streets. I am out. Peace. There we go. There we go. Oh my God, I thought you were gonna do something.